Welcome, everyone. I am Theta Prestior, and this is Middara Unintentional Malum, Act 1 on Tabletop Simulator, doing the pit boss. So my original intention was to get through all of the pit boss bounty and then go on hiatus for a while and let the backlog catch up, but unfortunately this one I ended up making so many mistakes that I ended up restarting multiple times, and eventually I was just like, I gotta stop. So I went on hiatus a bit early, and now I'm getting back into this. It's been about probably 3.5 months since I last played this. It's also been a little while since I've played any tabletop simulator. My backlog of Pokemon Wildlands is still going, and I have kind of stopped playing Arkham Horror for a time. So it's going to be a little bit of a rough getting back into this, to say the least. So yeah, for this one, the Slaving Pit, a lot of the encounter rules are just read until don't do anything with it until you're told to read it. The only thing that specifically tells you to read is the purple objective, which happens once all Atlet priests are defeated. There's just this map just has a lot going on with it. Of course, there's just so many enemies, all of them with various passive effects and trigger effects when they get defeated, that it can be very overwhelming to keep up with. It's also just really nasty. You have a bottleneck here and a bunch of miasma all in the way, and then all enemies can literally just swarm you. Like, you could rush to this thing and try to close it, but you're going to expose yourself to every enemy on the field pretty much if you let that happen. So, with all that said and done, let's go ahead and I think everyone's good to go. Yeah, it looks like it. All right, we'll go ahead and shuffle. All right, Atlet Drudge 1 through 3. I think I already have everything set up here. I'm just going to make sure that's correct. All right, they have an Itlum shard, but they get an extra one, I believe, for if they're near somebody else. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, that is correct. Okay, yeah, so they all start with one Itlum shard. They spawn, they gain one Itlum shard. This triggers when they activate. As you can see, like I said, there's just so many passive effects. Atlam Drudges within SOI gain one additional shard token when gaining Atlam shards. So this is an Atlam Overseer. So yeah, 1 through 3 should be getting an extra one of these things. Where are my shards? Sorry, it's been, like I mentioned, it's been a while. Well, I can do this. And then for the one here, there's an Overseer here. Oh, number 1 does not get it. Because it is not in... Oh, actually, it is in SOI, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Never mind, it's fine. Okay, so yeah, all these have 2. And then there's Drudges here, here, and here. I think green is the only one that doesn't get an extra one. Yes. So green is the only one that doesn't get an extra. Now, seriously, where are my shards? Oh, there they are. I see them. Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, they spawn with 1, and then they get an additional because of the Overseer that is nearby. Okay, so 1 through 3. These guys have... I'm going to be walking through this a bit slow, so I apologize. Does it have an Itlum shard and an opponent within range 4? No. Can it be moved to be adjacent to an opponent? It has 8 movement. It is currently in water. Or sorry, no. It is currently here. It does not have, let's see, elusive, immunity to darkness, poison, sedate. Okay, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Easily enough. Okay, so it can get to us. Yeah, honestly, the best way to start this is just let these guys run at you. Yes, the miasma is just going to cover everything. But there's not much you can do about it. Move to be adjacent to an opponent. Prioritize opponents within the SOI of the most outlet type opponents, which is nobody. So it's going to go after. It just says move to be adjacent to an opponent. It doesn't say anything about the closest. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about my spawning location. I spawn in the bottom left corner here. And yeah, we're just kind of wedged in here. There's some totems to worry about, but not really. I already know what the green totem does. I never ran into the blue one. And then there's, of course, water and miasma everywhere. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then what I can do here is I can do a overwatch shot as we're moving. It is going to, of course, trigger its nimble dodge, but I might as well use it while I have it. So overwatch, I'm not going to empower it. We're just going to shoot. It's going to be +1, -2 because I'm shooting through allies and hindering terrain. And I'm rolling those dice. Okay. I mean, I guess I could do empower using the infection and whatnot. Sure, I'll do that. Might as well. So I'll do that empowered shot. Here's your evade. All right, these guys have a defense of, this is nimble, so it's going to be 14. And I'm at -1 in total. All right, so that's not the minimum. I'll use Quiver to reroll the 5. Okay, cool. I'm glad we're doing this again. So 14 versus 14. I do actually hit. I'll go ahead and use Masterwork, go 15. And unfortunately, we don't have much else working for this. And this is with black arrows, so it's not going to do anything special on that front. So 15 minus 14, so 1. 4, 7, 10, 14. So just 14 damage to this red one. And then, okay, that works. And then I could go ahead and just go for gold here. If there's another ally, if there's another atlet type. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's definitely another atlet type. I could do the shot closer, but it's not going to really matter in this case. So I can now, since it's already used its nimble dodge, I'm going to go ahead and use the subjugator. And fire again. So if an opponent has 5 or less remaining HP, which this one does, I did 14 to it. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I missed. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, I'll go ahead and make the attack. No nimble, -1 again. This is a hit. If the attack hits, they're automatically defeated. So this one is gone. All right, 1 down. We go to purple next. Don't need to worry about any of this now. All right, so purple is here. It can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And as far as I can tell, I keep checking it. Like I keep thinking they're like cave sickles, but as far as I can tell, they are affected by terrain. Yeah, purple cannot reach whatsoever, so it goes to orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that is all of them. The others cannot actually get in range. Okay, goes to Zeke. All right, Zeke, you got your work cut out for you. We'll go ahead and do the Doom Break. Get that out of the way. You're good. Oh, you don't have Doom Break equipped. Okay, that's fine. All right. And then for Zeke, we got some work to do. We can go ahead and activate Mend, but I already have maxed out heals, so it doesn't matter. All right, in that case, I will go ahead and... Ooh, anyone need intervention? I think we got that all covered before going on to the next one. Correct. Okay, then we need to just get on with the banishing. So we'll go ahead and do a banish knowledge. We'll give haste to somebody else, which will probably be... I think for now we'll give it to Rook. All right. Anything else I need to worry about right now? I don't think so. I'm going to wait and let these guys come to us. All right. Atlet Drudges 4 through 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I didn't check this thing, did I? Right, can it move? Be adjacent. If it can't, does it have 0 Itlima charge? The answer is no. Okay. So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can this one really not reach? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh wait, this one could reach. I'm an idiot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It can actually get to the Jazara. So we'll rewind and take care of that real quick. Moves to adjacent, makes a melee attack. This attack is out of range of any of the other Atlet opponents, so it is not going to have any. It's not going to have Empower. It's not going to have any additional armor piercing either. For each ally, I think it counts itself, but I don't remember. All right. Some of the key. I don't know if this keyword's even being used in this. It is not. Sorry, like I said, it's been a while since I've last played. Yeah, it says another. Okay, so yeah, it does affect itself, so it does have 1 armor piercing. Alright, so it's going to make an attack, 2 greens. Jazara cannot dodge. Alright, 17. I have a defense of 13 with Jazara. So that's going to be 4. Armor Pierce brings it down to 5 armor, so that's going to be 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does 5 damage. And 5 damage to Rook. If it hasn't attacked twice this turn, continue down. Oh wait, it has some follow-up nonsense. Okay, so it's going to go ahead and do a Force 11 effect. My conviction is a green and teal. I will re-roll with intervention. 11 is just barely enough to resist it. That way I'm not stuck with sedate. Alright. And then it's going to remove an Itlim shard to attack again. Again, I can't do anything as far as the evading is concerned. 13 versus 13, so it does hit. It does base 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, it does 0 damage. I could spend 2 to counter, but that's not really going to help me. I do still need to make a conviction, unfortunately. I passed. Okay, and since it did attack twice this turn, it won't continue down. Okay, sorry about that. Now back to 4 through 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Definitely not. Priest. Yeah, and the others are even further away, and I don't have any real reliable ways of jumping. Okay. So, that is Atlet Drudges 4 through 6. And then it goes to Jazara. Alright. So Jazara can go ahead and just blast this thing. That's probably going to be the best option. So we're just going to do the Abyss reaching back. Kind of wish I had done haste on the Jazara instead, but that's okay. Because then I could at least empower. But since I don't have an intervention, it probably doesn't matter. My casting die is blue. 15. These things have a conviction of teal and orange. Alright, fails. And then it does what? Combat damage? Yeah, combat dice and damage. Does 11 magic to yellow. Or orange, sorry. And roots them. Not that it matters, because if they're going to move, it's probably going to be a warp. Okay. And that is that. Goes to Nightingale. Nightingale will get a stamina because of haste. And let's see. Yeah, we don't have any way of seeing through the mist. So we can't shoot at things like the Atlet Overseer over here. Let's go ahead and do like the shadows to here. And let's see, let's take a look at the Overseer real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one can shoot from here. Because it's a jerk. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it. If it hits me, that's fine. Okay. So with all that in mind, let's go ahead and do a see. You have armor. You have armor. Yeah, we'll just stick with the black arrows. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 to shoot this thing. This thing does not have nimble because there's nothing within SOI of it. Okay, so yeah, we'll go ahead and just shoot. I haven't moved because all I moved with was like the shadows. So 13 versus 13, or 12. Yes, I do hit. It's going to do a whopping 1 damage. Yep, 1 damage. Alright, and then I will infection, quick blow. Alright, this is more than enough to kill it. I'm not going to worry about counting it up. What I can do is try to take advantage of some of these book icons, and I can move a space, which I will. And then I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just use the Seraphim Sidekick to move another step here. This will trigger Greed Totem. In a small nook to the west, you see a small chest ready for looting. Replace the totem with a red loot icon, or red loot token, sorry. So I'll grab that, like so. Alright, neat. So we got that going for us. Alright, anything else I want to do with this? The answer is, of course, no. Like I said, I'm going to try to see if I can let these guys come to us and go from there. So that was Nightingale. Goes to Atlet Overseers 1 and 2. So Atlet Overseer. All right. Can't this one's all the way here, so it's not going to hit anything. Is there an outlet drudge within SOI? Yes. The nearest outlet drudge moves up to 6 spaces to be adjacent to as many opponents as possible. Then, if the outlet drudge is adjacent to an opponent, the outlet drudge removes all of its element shards and explodes. Outlet drudge. 1, 2. And SOI for this is 4. So nearest drudge would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's it. The first attack, blah, blah, blah. And while another can counter at will with range 6, and while another outlet type is with an SOI, they have courage. Got it. I think for now I'll just give the courages now so I don't forget. Because they're definitely in range of something. Alright, so it just says is there an outlet drudge with an SOI? Yes. Move the nearest one up to 6 spaces to be adjacent to as many opponents as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's it. It's not adjacent to anything, so no worries there. And it doesn't continue down, so that is it. Okay, and then the second one is able to shoot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to shoot at Remy. So Remy will go ahead and dodge with a bodysuit. I'll go ahead and use Gauge just because I can. I don't have a way of rerolling, but that's okay. I do get +1 to this result. And my defense is stupid. 7, 10, 14. Don't I have like... Oh, right, it doesn't stack with anything else. Oh, that's right, it's from this. Okay, so yeah, we have 15 defense. 10, 14, yeah. 15 defense. The dodge brings up to 16. And that is it on that front. I could reroll with intervention. I think I'm going to go ahead and just do that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and reroll the dodge. Okay, that's much better. I'm now at 20 defense. Because I don't want to risk losing my respirator. Which also means there's no chance this will hit. Because the highest is 18. So attack misses. I technically lose courage, but he gains courage again because there's still nearby Atlet allies. So makes an attack, prioritizing someone with an respirator. Yep, that's been done. The attack also had -1 to it because it is technically shooting through a diagonal. Move 4 spaces to put as many Atlet combatants within SOI. Think that 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is the one. Yeah. This technically puts me in range of every single... Yeah. So that spot here puts me in range of everything. Alright, so that is it for the Atlet Overseer. Goes to Enslaved Spirit. Hey, Enslaved Spirit. Oh, you're over here. Alright, so you have 2 stamina to spend and not much else going on here. Yeah, remember the key. Okay. So this thing will shoot. Okay, only in range 4. Okay. For the spirit, I'm just going to have it move a little bit. I'm going to let it just be bait for a while. Goes to Remy. Alright. Oh, I did successfully dodge, by the way, so I should have gotten a stamina. I also have haste, so I'm at the 5 stamina. Very tempting to just run up and murder something, but that is super risky, especially with the priest. Because these things are going to warp in and say hello to us in a second. Alright. Let's go ahead and spend a stamina just to move into some hindering tiles. I'll have her move back 1. And that'll be it. Alright, goes to Rook. Rook is hasted, so gains a stamina first, and then during the status phase, and then I will go ahead and heal 1 for the bodysuit. Alright. And then what we can do is give intervention to Remy. I can then do through the gates and deal 3 damage to myself to give myself barrier. I can spend 1 to give haste. To Zeke. I can spend 1 and use a heal token to heal myself for 6. Do I need to worry about that? No, I can wait. Alright, in that case, I will go ahead and just move instead. We'll do Helping Hands to move a little bit closer, and then probably get murdered by the priest that are about to teleport on us. Okay, the priest. All of them are in range of an overseer, so they're going to get their 3 shards. Alright, we'll start with the red one, which is up there. It can cast... There's no one within SOI. Their SOI is 6. So it goes all the way out to there. It has 3 Itlam shards, because it's practically... It got all of them at once. Alright. Warp to an unoccupied space within SOI and put as many opponents within SOI. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here, and go kaboom. If more than one opponent is within SOI, remove 3 shards and cast spell 6 against all opponents, and then inflict disease and all that nonsense. Okay, it's going to make a casting check. Alright, 12. I believe everyone's in range because it's SOI. 1, 2, yeah, definitely it's going to be hitting everybody. Alright, let's start with Remy. I do have an intervention. Oh wait, that was 11, right? Yeah, or 12. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely reroll. I think I'm supposed to roll conviction first, so that's my bad. All right, she's good. Zeke, welcome to... I could flip to automatically pass, but I don't think I'm that concerned about it. 12, you passed. All right, Nightingale. Good luck to you. I can re-roll with intervention. You passed. Rook. I'll re-roll with the Divine Belt. I'll go ahead and also use Brea, and actually I won't use Brea yet. Oh my god, are you kidding? I'll use an intervention. There you go, you passed. Survived one of them. Alright, Jazara, good luck on you, because you don't have anything to actually protect yourself. Passed. And then, again, we gotta roll for the Spirit. Spirit is going to explode. That's fine. Bye-bye, Spirit. Alright, I already have the energy for this. That's fine. Okay. Then it continues down, then move towards the nearest ally, towards the ally nearest to an opponent, and then start healing. Okay, so it is going to continue down and move. So it's going to start moving away. I am going to go ahead and do an Overwatch shot. The armor value of the priest and atlet type allies and SOI reduce magic damage in addition to physical. That's fine. Okay. So she's going to do this. This will be at +1 because she's not moving. And we'll see if we can murder this thing before anything happens. 18 health, huh? I don't really have anything to reroll with, so I'm just going to shoot normally. (15-16), so it's going to be 4, 5, 6. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I pierce all the armor, so it does 9 damage. On the first hit, I'll go ahead and shoot again with a quick blow. Again at +1. I'll re-roll the blue die. Alright, 17. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 14. So that should be enough to kill already, and I can move a space if I care to, which I don't. So that should kill. I don't need to worry about the armor effects because I pierce armor. So that is a dead Atlet Priest. Okay, it is a swarm, so no loot yet. Not that the only thing that's left in the loot thing is gold, I believe. All right. So we got that. Second Atlet Priest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can warp to here. And it can target 3 people. Alright. So it's going to spend its shards after gaining them. And cast another spell. So it's only going to hit Yeah, it's only going to hit Zeke, Remy, and Rook. All right. All right, I'll go ahead and just roll my convictions. So we'll start with Remy. That is 14. Well, good luck. It's going to be annoying when I have to like purge all these effects. All right, goes to, and then Zeke. Okay, Zeke. And then for Rook, I will go ahead and use the Berea. All right, green die. 12. So I passed. Everyone passed. Thank God. Okay, so no one exploded. Then it's going to move towards nearest ally, 6 movement. And that's it. If an ally with an SOI has damage, remove it, limit charge, blah, 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 blah. Nothing's going to happen there. Okay. That is the end of first round. And now I get to do the stupid nonsense, which is the miasma. So give me one moment. All right. At the end of every round. Got it. All right, so let's spread some miasma. Adjacent to as many of these things as possible, so this is going to go here. Nearest non-obstructing space. Yep, that's fine. Oh, actually, nearest non-obstructing space is here. All right, and then this one will be here. This one will be here. And this one will be here. That is all 4 of them. Okay. Round 1 done. It only took me like half an hour. All right, shuffle. Goes to Jazara. All right, Jazara will get 3 stamina. And unfortunately, it's not really in a good spot to do anything right now. Do we have any way? Oh, I did make a mistake. Sorry. Technically, so for the Atlet Overseer, when it did the attack, it should have also it moved, and then it was supposed to continue down. And there is an Atlet Drudge with an SOI. It would pick the one that is nearest, which would be this one. So this is going to end up changing some things. So it would have gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically, yeah, I'll do this. And that would actually provoke a tax opportunity from Rook, Jazara, and Nightingale. Give me one moment. Okay, yeah, so it would have moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would provoke an attack from Rook, Nightingale, and Jazara. This would have been before the Allied Priest comes in. So it would have actually not been an SOI. Or will it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Won't be within SOI. Okay. Because purple was over here. Okay. So yeah, it's not going to be able to do nimble dodge, and we get to attack a bunch of times. So I'm going to go ahead and attack with Rook. First, I'll empower it, and we'll see what happens. Okay, 12 versus 12 is a hit, and it's going to just do a grand total of 2 damage to it. Yeah, it just moves them. It still doesn't stop break attacks. All right, and then Nightingale will also shoot. It'll be at +1. And the reason why it's going to move in this weird way is because it will guarantee it gets adjacent to as many opponents as possible. Because that's how the AI works. So +1 to this result. All right. I believe that's not the minimum, and it's not. So that is 16 versus 12. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13. Putting it down to 15 out of 18. And then I can quick blow off of that and kill it. Okay. So that's a swarm dead, which is good. And it also means it doesn't. It also means it didn't actually. It would have changed some things here. This guy would have moved back all the way to here, which is a little annoying because that means now I don't have a target to attack. But that's okay. All right. We did finish off a swarm. 7 gold. Yeah. Unsurprisingly, it's been a while, but this was the stuff I was kind of running into while doing it before my hiatus. I was just like, there's just so many things to keep track of. But now there's one less thing we have to keep track of. So that was those are drudges 1 through 3, so that's one less group to worry about. And I don't need to worry about the rest of this nonsense, so that's good on that front. Okay, so now we go to Jazara, who unfortunately doesn't have much to do. Kind of a bit of a full house here. All right, I was just checking what the end requirements are, which is just find the white exit. So I'm good at least on that front. I'm not going to close any of these things yet because we have priest on the field and they're just going to explode it anyway. Yeah, if I can only... The priests are going last again, so that's the good news. Let's go with... Yeah, honestly, there's just not much for Jazar to do, because without line of sight, without being able to pierce through the mist, I can't do anything. So yeah, I'm just going to pass the turn and we'll see what happens. It goes to Remy. Remy does have an Ilum Respirator, so we can at least get some work done on that front. It would be nice to be able to start killing some of these guys, particularly the Overseers. So if I were to go, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's your movement? Your 7 movement. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I can get all the way up to there and start swinging. All right, full stamina. I do have false idol. I got all that. You do not have nimble. You do have 14 defense going for you. I do have shame of the Otaku going. I mean, the other option is I just go up and kill the priest, which would definitely trigger the event, and I know what that event will do. You have what, 3 armor? Yeah, that's... I might just murder Circus if I need to. I also have a hangover elixir, so I do have options. I could do that and do Onslaught and try to just go for gold there. Every attack you hit gains +1 attack. Right. So with max stamina, I can in flight I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I can get all the way to here, which is a little unfortunate because that's not really enough to work with. And I don't have a way of like getting out of range after that. Yeah, it kind of sucks. All right. I'll tell you what, I'm going to spend 2 to fly. We're just going to get ourselves tucked away here for now. We'll just wait another round. Goes to Rook. Rook will go to full stamina. Actually, what I'll do is I'll gain a stamina from haste, and then I'm going to spend 2 of it to heal for a total of 3. And then do the refresh. And then we'll get to work. All right. So I'll go ahead and take this opportunity to all right, so yeah, it's just gonna be those guys. That's fine. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and spend a stamina, do Banish Knowledge, give haste to Jazara. I'm then gonna go ahead and also give Intervention to Nightingale. And the rest I'm probably just gonna wait. I know it's not very exciting, but it's kind of the best way to handle it. All right, goes to Overseers. So this one's not going to do anything because it has no line of sight of anything. So it's just going to, if there's an Atlet Drudge within SOI, his SOI is only 4, right? Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. It actually doesn't do anything on that front either. So it's just going to go, can it move and attack an opponent within range 6? It has 6 movement. So it can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It can't actually get in range either. Okay, so that guy sits by himself. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is going to shoot at Rook. Rook will go ahead and spend a stamina to dodge. Okay, that brings him up to 15 defense. This will be at -1 because of the hindering tile, and -2 because it's shooting through an Atlet Priest as well. All right, minuses saved us, so it misses. Then move 4 spaces to put as many Atlets type combatants within SOI as possible. Again, this is still the perfect spot, so I'm not going to worry about it. And then it's going to do an Atlet Drudge within SOI. Closest one is this one, and it's just going to move 6 spaces closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's it. Okay, so those are Overseers. Goes to Zeke. Zeke is tasted, so you get all that. Let's go ahead and see about getting anything done here. Everyone's hasted at this point. Spirits are completely useless because they'll die the moment they get into the mist. Or the miasma, rather. So we'll just go ahead and spend a stamina to move. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that was 10 movement, so that was 5, 7, 9, 11. And while we're here, we'll go ahead and give intervention to Remy. And that'll be it for Zeke. Okay, goes to Nightingale. So the Atlet Priest is going to explode again if we let it do anything. I will get 4 stamina because of haste. And it's positioned in the worst spot ever. I don't exactly... Yeah, I kind of need that respirator. I can move 4 spaces without a movement. I think I may just let this come in and see what happens. I think that's going to be the best option. We'll have an Atlet Drudge coming our way, and then the Priest. I think that's better than risking it all. I mean, as much as I would like to start shooting some Overseers. Okay, yeah, I think we'll just have Nightingale sit here, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so it goes to Drudges. Again, 5 and 6 can't get in range, but 4 can. So 4 is going to... has no one within range 4. So it's going to... Yeah, this Idlim Shard throw thing they do is actually pretty brutal, so it's best to let them come to us. Else, if we had like ran out to the middle, like all of them would just start throwing their shards at you. And even as if it's physical damage, you'll just get pelted to death. Alright, so it's going to move to be adjacent to the opponent. It has 8 movement. It's going to be adjacent to... prior to... yeah, that's fine. 1... It's going to prioritize the one with an SOI of the most Atlet type combatants, which is actually Rook. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Nightingale's going to Overwatch shot here. It is going to have Nimble this time. I am not going to Empower. Alright, it has a defense of 18, and I have +1 to the shot. Alright, I'll go ahead and Intervention reroll. Alright, I can use Kill the Messenger to change that 4 into a 10, so that is 20 versus 18, so I hit by 2. Alright, so I'm at 2 right now. I could make it 3 and get the Morbid Leather, so 2. So we're at 2 right now. 5, 7, 11. It'll do 11 damage. Which I'm okay with. And then I will go ahead and do Subjugator and shoot again. It's already used Nimble this round. I hit and it kills it. Alright, so that's 1 less Drudge to worry about. The others are not going to move. Then it goes to Priest. The Priest is going to explode on us again because it's going to get 3 shards. Because it gets 2 at the start of its turn, and then there's an Overseer nearby. Is there an opponent within SOI? Yes. Cast a spell 6, prioritizing the opponent with the lowest conviction, which is just going to be Rook because he's the only target. If the spell was cast in a space containing Miasma, it gets +1. It is not in Miasma, so it's just going to do a casting check. I'll roll my conviction. That is terribly awful. What's the effect of this thing? Can inflict poison and sedate. I'm kind of okay with this, so we'll let it happen. Okay, does hit. Because I'm more concerned about the disease than anything else. So it's going to do poison, sedate. Where am I? Oh, it's over here. Sedate. And poison. Why is this thing being weird? There we go. Alright, and then I will take 2 damage for each Atlet Priest ally with an SOI, so it does 2 magic damage. Ow. Alright, then it's going to continue down, and it's going to warp with an SOI. 1, 2, 3. Actually, it's SOI, so 1. Not really sure how warp works, actually. I think you can do diagonals. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think here's actually the best spot. No, here's the best spot. Alright, so it's going to warp to here. It's going to use all of its shards and explode. Again. Alright. Okay, so cast spell 6. We'll go ahead and do the... Everyone's within SOI here. Yep, everyone's in SOI. So we'll go ahead and do the conviction check. That is 17, I'll take it. What about you? We'll re-roll with intervention. Well, it's a number. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I get diseased with him, because he can just remove it. $18, you're good. 13, sorry, 14 with a Rook. So 14 for Rook. I'll go ahead and roll it now, and then I'll do Jazara. 14. So Rook passes, Nightingale passes, Remy passes, Zeke fails, and then Jazara also fails. Okay. It does... All opponents deal green magic damage and inflict disease. So, disease for you. Not sure what's going on with my flip. Disease. There you go. Alright, and then it's going to do a green and magic damage. 8 magic damage. And 8 magic damage, which is going to hurt a lot. Okay. And then it's going to move away. Now, unfortunately, actually, then it's going to move towards nearest ally. It's going to provoke 2 break attacks. This thing does not have nimble, so I'll start with Rook. I am going to go ahead and do an empowered break attack. I'm not even sure if I rolled the right dice last time. Oh, good. Oh, I do have a summon token. I'm going to go ahead and use it. to reduce the damage by 2. Alright. This attack is going to miss, unfortunately, because I have no way of re-rolling. Yes. Okay. Yep, that's it for that. Goes to Nightingale. I'm just going to shoot normally. +1 of this. Also, I could also attack with Zeke. He'll be at -1 though. Actually, we'll go ahead and attack with Zeke now. Sure. Green, red, and this. So -1 to this attack. Okay, that's usual. You did what I expected you to do. Oh, actually, I need to roll this, don't I? So block die for this. No go. Should have done it the other way. I would have actually gotten the skull. All right, not a problem. All right, so Nightingale, take your shot. +1 of this result. This is 20 versus 12, so it's going to be 8, 9, 10, 13, 15, 19 damage, which is an immediate kill. We do get loot for this. 9 gold. 497. If there were any closed vents, it would be reopened at this point, but that's not what's going to happen. Instead, if we trigger, why are they on fire? Oh, wait, sorry, not that one. We trigger purple objective. All right, read only if all the Atlet priests have been defeated. If the blue token has been read, read A. If not, read B. So we have not read the blue totem, so it goes to B. As the last of the Atlet priests are defeated, the miasma geysers erupt with a brilliant light. Read the special encounter rule. Why are they on fire? Now we read it. If you haven't already, reveal large and medium hidden cards PB09, then spawn 2 Atlet Priest Combustion Sage variation. Each figure spawned is placed adjacent to a different Miasma Geyser token in a space that puts as many adventures in SOI as possible. So yeah, these are fine. Because I don't think these break open, do they? Make sure this is right. Yeah, Middara's closed Miasma Geyser. This is not a closed Miasma Geyser, so I don't need to worry about that. But I'll check just to make sure that is... Yeah, this is just an Itlam deposit. Got it. Okay. So, PB09. Wherever those may be. That is not PB09. Is it in here? Probably. Sorry, I don't remember where I actually put a bunch of my stuff. It's been so long. Alright, give me one moment. Okay, sorry, my stuff was actually all over here. Alright, Atlet, Priest, Combustion, Sage. So stat-wise, they're pretty much the same, but now they have different, of course, AI stuff. When the last one is defeated, all adjacent opponents inflicted with sedate are dealt damage, and Atlet-type allies in a space with a miasma token or adjacent to it, let them deposit, roll a white, and will heal. So they just kind of explode. Alright. And then, of course, the other side. Ignition, Monument. Life would be a lot easier for everyone if all the simplifications and misunderstandings about atlets were true. Far better to imagine that atlets are simplistic, nearly mindless monsters swarming through the dark, desperately hungry for Idlim. The reality that they are sentient, native race to Middara presents a moral quandary to governments and adventurers alike. Unfortunately for atlets and humans both, we share a common desire for the Idlim, as neither culture shows any sign of abandoning the material and all it provides. It is inevitable that conflict between us will arise. At present, the atlets show little interest in exploring the surface world and challenging us for its resources. Yet, wherever the precious Idlim can be found, these diminutive humanoids will never be far away, toiling in their harvest. Just as in humans, the atlets seem to grow more intelligent as they age. Among those near the top of the social hierarchy are the priests. Sound the same. Yeah, it's still going. Okay. Among those near the top of their social hierarchy are the priests. These atlets are often observed in their supervisory role, ensuring that their smaller comrades meet mining quotas and remain focused on their task. Yet these priests often prove the most dangerous enemies when both humans and atlets discover the same Idlim deposits. Spinning so long surrounded by the mutagenic crystal exerts a profound transformative effect on the priest, imbuing them with powerful new abilities. Among the worst of these so-called combustion priests, named for their ability to spontaneously detonate Idlim in any form or quantity. Consider, after all, that Idlim often pervades atlet habitats, dusting every surface and floating through the air itself. A battle against them coats their enemies in the substance which a combustion priest may instantly and brutally detonate with little apparent effort from their tiny spells. As with all atlets, the miasma is little deterrent. They've already been so twisted by the Idlim that exposure has no meaningful effect, except to surround them with more weapons. Battling their minds is a fight entirely on their home turf. When fighting priests of their nature, range is an adventurer's greatest ally. Their spells have limits and require the taint of Idlim to fuel. By avoiding the stain of miasma and attacking the priest at a distance, they can be pressured to retreat. Shadeless arson, musings, and monsters. So yeah, we spawn these guys. They have the same evolution stuff. They have protection when there's atlets nearby, so they get the black die when rolling conviction. And a lot of their stuff just involves exploding and detonating miasma. What's really annoying, of course, is they spawn immediately, so that means they will activate immediately. But we can make do for now. Where are my priests? There they are. So it says to spawn them. Spawn in a place adjacent to a different miasma geyser terrain token in a space that puts as many adventurers in SOI as possible. So one will be spawned here. And these guys have an SOI of 6, so here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay, so that meets the requirements. Okay, so Combustion Priest now go. Is there an opponent with an SOI? Yes. Let's cast a spell 6, prioritizing the opponent with the lowest conviction value. Lowest conviction is Rook, which is a problem. Alright. Because Rook only has 6 health left. And I've already used Brea. Also, I keep forgetting I have the Pontifex here. That could be used to explode somebody. Though I haven't really had a chance to counter, so I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and... And this is being cast in a space with miasma, so I'll be at +1 to the roll. Alright, good luck. Try not to die, please. What did I just say? Alright, reroll with the Divine Belt. That's worse in so many ways. So I can I can re-roll one of the dice using some nearby stuff, which I think I am going to go ahead and do. What's this actually do? Oh, it only does 2 damage. Oh, it's literally the same effect. Never mind. Okay. I mean, it still sucks. And then what it'll do after that? Is there an opponent with more than one opponent in or adjacent to a space containing miasma? No. Move towards an outlet type. Okay, so it's just going to hit me with some magic, and that's it. Okay, so I'll take 4 magic, which can potentially kill me because of poison. Alright, I'll take the 4 damage. Oh, actually, I still need to roll this, don't I? Yeah. Alright. And then the other one's, and then it's going to, yeah, there's no one in or adjacent to a space containing miasma yet, so we're good on that front. Nothing here spreads miasma, right? Not that I see. Alright. Then move towards an outlet type ally that is nearest to an opponent. So it's going to move to here. And I don't have Overwatch, right? Yeah, no Overwatch. So it's going to move to here. It's going to go ahead and remove haste. Actually, I can pick. So I'll remove barrier off of Rook. So it either removes a negative effect from an ally, or if there's nothing that was removed, it will remove a positive effect. So it's going to remove, I'll remove barrier off of Rook. And then the other one's going to cast a spell. I'll do my conviction check. That's 12. This one is not in miasma, so it's just going to be a raw roll. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pop the Curative Cordial. Oh, it's an adjacent ally. In that case, I would have used a voucher instead, to be honest. We'll do Behemoth's Blessing. God, you're so terrible. So yeah, unless I have something else that's at any time that I can trigger, but I don't think I have anything. So this might actually take out Rook, unfortunately. Oh, I messed up. I completely forgot about Soul Bond. So haste would have been removed anyway. Yeah, this reduces only physical damage. That doesn't help. Yeah, so it only works on adjacent allies. I'm not adjacent. Yeah, I'll just let him get wiped out. Which sucks, because that means I lose all the heal tokens. I mean, I probably would have died from poison anyway, but that still sucks. We do still have the summon, but that is what it is. Okay. When he does come back, he'll be at 9. And unfortunately, I don't have the locket equipped. I probably should have taken off the Hemlock and Sarah and put it on the locket at some point, but I didn't think of it about it. Yeah, he also has the revive item too. Oh well. Okay. And then you are just going to stay in place, and that's it. Okay. Miasma's going to spread. This one will go here. This one will go here. This one will go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's going to go probably, we'll put it here. Put this one here. All right. And then we do initiative again. So Nightingale going last isn't great, but it is what it is. Drudges won't do anything. Goes to Jazara, who is diseased. Goes to full stamina. For now, you are safe. Yeah, I can't really do anything with Jazara right now, so I'll just let him sit in place. We're probably going to end up losing Jazara. Goes to Zeke. You are currently diseased. We'll spend 3, or sorry, get 3 stamina. I'm going to go ahead and just do... yeah, I can't... Yeah, like I said, the miasma just makes everything so much worse. We'll go ahead and transform. To a water Loa, and then we'll go ahead and remove the disease effect. And then I will spend a stamina to use a heal token to heal for 6. Okay. This does put water under my feet. Like so. Yeah. Okay. Goes to Remy. Is it time to go ahead and just go ham? It might be time to ham. Alright. Full stamina. We'll spend 2 to fly. Because at this point we need to, like... We need to blow up these priests before they explode everybody. And the last one, all adjacent opponents inflicted with sedate are dealt. Okay, so I'm not sedated, so that's not going to do anything. And then it just heals people. Got it. Problem is if I do this, I'm going to be on my own for at least a little bit. I do have Shame with the Otaku. Alright, yeah, let's just go. Spend 2 stamina to fly. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. which of course is going to trigger all the mist, which is going to do 1 damage each. It's irreducible, I believe. Actually, I can just look it here. Intelligence plus, yeah, irreducible, and then intelligence plus presence. So I do have +1 presence and intelligence, so I have 7 for this. So I have to somehow roll 8s to avoid getting hit with sedate. Okay, good to go, and then 1 more. Good to go. Just barely. All right. All right, so still not the best position to be in, but yeah, I wish I had a little bit more movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it is what it is. Okay. So there are a couple things we can still do, though. Yeah, I'm going to attack the Atlet Priest first, and we'll see how things go. We'll start with False Idol. This will be at -1. These things have 12 defense. And unfortunately, I don't have any other modifiers. Good times. So attack misses. I don't think you have any gimmicks on top of that. You do not. Alright, we'll do Blade Works. Actually, no, I can Masterwork. I'll make it 12 exactly. So it does 0 base and does 0 damage, but that's still a hit, which means now I have +1 accuracy and +1 damage. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and Blade Works. So this will be at +1. Okay, 16, 17. So it'll be 5, 8, 9, 10. Which will go down to 8 because of the armor. But Brutal Slaughter is going to trigger, where X is the number of times you hit with an attack, which is, yeah, it always gives +1. So yeah, so I'm at 16, 17, 5. Yeah, 16, 17, so I'm at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it does 10 damage to the priest. Okay. And then this will go up to 2. All right. And then I'm going to attack one more time. All right, this attack is at +2, so it's 16. So 4, 5, 6, 10, 13, 11. That will kill it. As far as I can tell. All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and Murder Circus the other priest. I'll roll all 4 purples on it. So this will be 14, I'll do 12 damage. I'll let it go through, so 12 damage. Then I'm going to go ahead and throw with the Beyond Beyond Boto keys. Go to the combat dice printed on one of your equipped weapons that has the knife tag, which we do. Does 4 damage, which is not quite enough. I'm not going to reroll though. I will go ahead and throw another knife, which will guarantee kill. So that one dies. Sworn defeated. 9 gold. 506. When they're defeated, they explode. All adjacent opponents inflicted with sedate. I'm not adjacent, so it doesn't matter. And I'm not afflicted with sedate. And then no one else has been wounded, so the healing does not matter. So we're good on that front. Alright. If I had more stamina, I would happily use it. Oh, I keep forgetting I have this heat regenerating. Not that it matters, this is the first time I've taken damage. Alright. And then I'm going to go ahead and spend a stamina to Shady Training. We'll just go to here. That'll at least get me in a spot where I can dodge if I can. Okay. So then it goes to Atlet Overseer. This one, of course, has no targets because things are in the way. It has no drudges with an SOI, so it's just going to move and start shooting. Move to be within 6 range of the nearest opponent, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That does put you as far away as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to shoot at Remy. This attack will be at -1 because of the 2 hindering tiles at diagonals. It has follow-up, inflicts poison, and if there's another Atlet opponent nearby, this will also do increased damage. There's none nearby. Okay. So I'll go ahead and evade with the bodysuit. And I'll go ahead and do gauge as well. I'll go 16, I guess, and hope for the best. Okay, attack misses. I do get a stamina back. And then it's going to shoot again because it's making 2 attacks. I'm just wondering if I should let it, what's your gimmick? You're going to force me to put my stuff in my pack, which is annoying. Well, either way, it's going to be annoying. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and let the attack go through, and we'll see what happens. So this attack will be at -1. Alright, it misses entirely. Cool. That was at the bottom, so that takes care of that. The attack also misses, so courage goes away. And then the other one is going to shoot and try to make me lose my respirator. I am going to go ahead and spend a stamina to dodge it. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and intervention this. Alright, that's slightly better. I'm up to 17 defense. Alright, attack misses. I don't have any means to counter, unfortunately. Nope. Alright. So it does its attack. It's going to keep its courage because there's someone within range to reapply it. Move 4 spaces to put as many outlet-type combatants as possible. It's technically still in the best space it could be at. And then it's going to move outlet drudges nearby and start exploding them. So this one's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. So this one is going to explode. Alright, so this one is the pink one. Pink one's going to lose all of its shards. And then do some damage. 5 physical. Alright. And then that is it for the outlet drudges. Or sorry, that is it for the overseer. Then it goes to the priest, which are dead. Thank God. And then it goes to Nightingale. Alright. It's time for you to join in the fun here. I'm going to go ahead and infection, take a damage to re-equip. I'll tag out the Doombreak for a respirator. And then we're going to get moving. I'll spend a stamina to move. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. And start closing these stupid things. I do have strength check, right? It is a strength 10 check. I do have the brute serum equipped. So I will spend a stamina to get rid of it. Okay, this closes. All adjacent ones go away. All right. Next. One thing I'm a little curious about for armor piercing. Okay, it's only for attacks. Okay. I would like to deal with this overseer if I can. That'd be one less problem to worry about. My other option is start making my way towards another of these and start closing them as well, which would help quite a bit. Alright, let's try that. We'll do like the shadows. I think I've also been forgetting about my precise strike. That's okay. I'll spend a stamina and use the thing here to move 2 spaces here. As long as I'm adjacent. Yep, I'll go ahead and close it. 4 plus 7. I do pass. That's enough to close it. I do have the respirator equipped, so I'm not worrying about being wrecked on that front. All right, so all adjacent go away. Okay, that helps out quite a bit. Okay, so we have that. I don't have any extra free moves anymore. But I can now start murdering, though I don't really have much left to murder with. Alright, well, we'll just do Precise Strike, and this guy, of course, will Nimble Dodge, which is annoying. Oh, good, you have 18 defense. Good for you. Alright, I'll reroll the 6 and see what happens. Well, just let it miss. Yeah, even with Kill the Messenger, or even with Kill the Messenger and Masterwork, it would not have been enough to hit. So that's why I was trying to go for the reroll. All right, I could throw a bunch of stuff, but I think I'm just going to let this go. And then the way this works, once a miasma has been closed, at the start of next round, remove any remaining miasma tokens placed from the now closed miasma geyser. So it'll probably be these two. All right. Good luck, everybody. Okay, Nightingale goes first. Fantastic. She'll get 4 stamina. Overseers are going to go and start being annoying. I mean, only one Drudge is left that actually does anything. We do have Zeke, who is unfortunately not in a good spot right now. I have to do 35 damage to kill these stupid things. Alright. Yeah, we're going to have to kill the Overseers. There's not really an easy way to do it. Alright. Let's do Like the Shadows to here. I'm going to do Precise Strike on the Atlet Overseer, the purple one. And we'll do our best. Okay, this guy will counter. It doesn't have anything that makes him evade. Okay. No, this actually works out, because then Nightingale's going to be the target, since she is higher on the initiative. Okay, so yeah, we'll go ahead and make the shot. I haven't moved, so it's going to be at +1. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, I'm going to reroll the 4. Actually, I'll reroll the 5. Okay, and then I'll use Kill the Messenger to change the 4 into a 10. So that's 19 versus 14, so 5, 10, 12, 15, 17, 21 damage to the purple one. And I have 4 armor piercing, so I pierce all its armor. So that's 21 damage. I'm going to all infection, take a damage to quick blow, and shoot again. Gotta be kidding me. Alright, well, the attack misses, that's fine. I'll go ahead and do Blot Out the Sun. Targeting the same guy. Oh, wait, he's going to counter. Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and dodge. I will spend stamina to dodge. Can't reroll it. Cool. Thanks, game. That's what I always wanted. Alright, well, I'm going to get hit for a bunch of damage. 12? I have 13 defense. It actually misses. So I do successfully dodge, so I'll counter for 1 stamina. And miss. And then I'll do Blot Out the Sun. Oh, good. All right, 20. So 6, 8, 11, 15. So that's definitely kill for this guy. And then is the number rolled to your target in each adjacent figure? Let's see. All right, I'll do... Oh, it's each adjacent figure. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to do Blot of the Sun. I'll just do a regular attack, because that's just going to kill everyone, including myself. All right, so that Overseer is dead. We do get a loot. 9 gold. All right. I can quick blow off of this. But I think I'm going to not do that. I need the stamina to dodge. Sure, that'll be fine. All right, goes to Zeke. Zeke is going to get 3 stamina. I'm going to go ahead and spend a stamina to transform into... Yeah, I'll just go human form. And then I'll spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll go ahead and get some work done. I'm going to use a heal on Nightingale. Yeah, you're in range. All right. Also, I'll go ahead and use a heal on Remy. All right. And then I'll use a mend to get back 2 heals. And then I'm going to start throwing. And I'm not going to stop. So 3 purples, let's see what happens. So that's a total of 13 to the purple one. All right, that puts it at 5 health left. I'm going to go ahead and do a subjugator. We'll see if that actually hits. It is still going to nimble dodge, though. It has 17 defense. Sorry, 16 defense. Yep, 16 defense. I think I did the numbers wrong last time. That's okay. That is 13, 14, so it's unfortunately a miss. Okay. I'll keep throwing. I'm going to do a re-equip. We'll throw. Has how much HP? 5 left. 4 left. 1 left. Alright, well, we kill that. Okay. Go ahead and do a re-equip. Get some MF Fortitudes out. I'll give Intervention to Nightingale while I still can. And I am going to go ahead and just seeing what I can do with this. Can inflict wilt, do euthanasia. Doesn't have. Yeah, I think I'll just wait. That's fine. Oh, also I forgot to spread miasma for the other tiles. I apologize. So this one's going to go here. And technically this will spread here. 1, 2, 3. Actually, it'll spread here. Actually, it'll spread here. Sorry about that. Okay. I think that's going to be... I'll go ahead and drink it MF Fortitude and then give myself haste. And then that'll be it for Zeke. Okay, Overseer. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to have Courage again. And it's going to shoot at an opponent prioritizing someone with a respirator. So it's going to shoot at Nightingale because she's higher on the initiative. I'll spend 1 stamina to dodge. Okay, I have 17 defense. Attack misses. Alright, then it's just going to stay in place because there's only one other atlet to worry about. Making sure I didn't miss anything else. I don't think I have. Yeah, don't need to worry about that. The rest of it doesn't trigger until we're told. So that is it. Okay. Alright, so the Overseer did its attack and move, and then it's going to tell the thing to move and try to be... It's going to tell it to move to be adjacent to as many opponents as possible. So we can have it go this... Well, we can have it go this way, I guess. That way it at least has the ability to dodge. Actually, it's not going to have the ability to dodge no matter what, because it's either not going to be in SOI or it's going to be in water. So either way, you're kind of screwed. Alright, so we'll move you here. This will provoke an attack opportunity from Nightingale, which I will happily do. Alright, 15, 16. So it's going to be 4, 6, 7. Or sorry, 4, 6, 9 damage. That's going to be it on that front, unfortunately. Because I don't have a way of following it up. It's going to pop its thing and explode, doing a teal of physical damage. 6 physical. You take 5. And you take 6. Okay. Then it goes to the Drudge. It does not have an Itlam Shard because it exploded. Instead, it is going to attack an adjacent opponent. It's going to target Nightingale. Don't really have a way of countering, so none of this is going to matter. So yeah, just make the attack happen. Attack misses. Alright, and then after that, it's not going to, if it hasn't attacked twice, it'll continue down. It's going to warp to be adjacent to the nearest element deposit within movement range. So it's going to be here, and it's going to break it. Yeah, warp to the nearest element deposit, mine the element deposit, gain 2 element shards. It's not with an SOI, so it's just going to get 2 shards. I believe mining this will break it open. Oh, rolls a black die. So you roll a black die to see if it breaks open. It does. All right. If there are already 4 miasma geysers on the board, which there are, even it does count the closed ones. Instead, you replace this with just obstructing terrain. And it does white irreducible. Actually, I guess I don't need to worry about that at all. It's going to do white irreducible damage to all adjacent to the exploding deposit. So 2 damage. Okay. And that is it for that. Okay. Man, there's so much to keep track of. Goes to Remy. That was a warp, so it didn't provoke any attacks. Alright, Remy, you're going to regenerate 1 HP. Thanks to regenerating. We are still hasted, so we get 4 stamina. I'll spend 2 to fly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will provoke an attack opportunity. Which I will dodge with a bodysuit. Okay, attack misses. I'm not going to counter. Alright, so I'll go adjacent to here. I'll have +1, -1 because of flanking off the walls. As I do false idol, so I'll be at -1. Okay, attack misses. He's going to counter back. I'll spend a stamina to dodge. I'll go ahead and use a gauge as well. I have an additional +1 defense because I'm in hindering. Of course. Alright, well, I have additional +1, so I'm at 16. Good luck me, I guess. And he is at -1. Okay, misses. I'll spend a stamina to counter. 13. Yeah, it's just going to be 13. So, I should have Masterwork actually. So I'll go 14, which will barely hit. Also, the attack missed, so Courage goes off. Alright, so base 0, I do have backstab, so it'll be 3, 4, 5. I'll do 5 damage. And I negate all armor because I am flanking with follow through. Alright, and then I get a +1 to here. Oh, sorry, I do an additional +1 damage as well because of the brutal slaughter. Okay. Oh, and I did successfully dodge, so Gauge does give me a stamina. Alright, and then I'll Blade Works. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, attack misses, and I don't have any way of fixing that. Cool. Thanks, game. Alright, that'll be it on that front. Goes to Jazara, who exists. We'll just bend one and go 1, 2. And that's it. All right. Miasma's going to spread. We'll start with this one. It's going to spread to here because that's the nearest space. And this one will spread to here. All right. We do have a drudge to... Oh, actually, am I in SOI? This thing... actually, I will go ahead and do something else with Jazara. Sorry. I'll spend another stamina to move another step and then blow him to smithereens. I guess if I go here, would I be in range? No, it wouldn't matter. I would still have to spend the stamina. Anyway, casting check. 12. Okay, didn't make a difference. All right, initiative. All right, Remy. Heal 1 damage. And let's try this again. We'll do false idol. +1, -1, and then -1, so 14. So I do hit. It's going to do 3. I think I forgot the backstab last time. Oh, I didn't hit anyway, so it didn't matter. 3, 5, 9 damage. 10 damage in total because of brutal slaughter. Okay, and reset that. We'll go ahead and do Blade Works next. 14. This will be 15. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Putting it 24 out of 35. And then I will go ahead and... Oops. This will go up to 2. I'll go ahead and do Onslaught. All right, 18. So it's going to be 4, 7, 8, 9, 12, 15, which will kill. All right, 12 gold. 527. And then I will spend 2. Actually, I will spend only 1 and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and close and see about closing this thing. That's 5 plus 4, which is unfortunately a fail, so I'm going to take some irreducible. Unless I want to reroll something. You're not an SOI, so I can't help you. Yep, so I'm just going to take white irreducible. Alright, do max damage. 2 damage. Ow. Alright, well, that happened. Alright, don't need to worry about any of this. Okay, Overseers are dead. Goes to Zeke. Zeke will get 4 stamina. I'll spend 1 to move. Before I move, there's not really much else I can do. Yeah, I'm good for the moment. So yeah, I can let Nightingale can clean up. That's fine. So I'll spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Loot the red chest. and finally see what this is about. 30 gold and a random uncommon relic. Okay. I think this includes everything. Looks like it. All right. So there is a 1 in 3 chance that we can get one of these harnesses, which will be really helpful. All right. Get the chalice. All right. I can re-equip, so we will. Put that there. And put that there. To be honest, I wouldn't mind having a teal conviction. Okay. All right. And I'll spend 1 to transform into an animate, and then use that animate to light the shadows out of the water. All right. Okay. Sorry, I was just double checking some things. Okay, that is it. Goes to Nightingale. Nightingale has 5 health, gets 4 stamina because of haste. And we'll go ahead and do the subjugator. And that kills that guy. Alright, drudges are all dead. Every last one of them. 9 gold. 5, 6, 6. Alright, I'm going to do like the shadows to here. And then skill check, close the vent. That is not enough. I'll intervention it. That's better. This closes. These go away. Alright, so all that's left of the ghast is over here in nonsense. Okay. Goes to Jazara. Gets 3 stamina. We'll spend 1 to move. That'll be it. Okay. This will go away, and then this will expand back in place. So I'll just put it back there. Okay. I should have... excuse me. Okay, Jazara. We'll spend 1... he'll get full stamina. And then spend 1 to just move. And I'll move 1 extra step. Get him into hindering. Okay. Goes to Remy. Heals for 1. 4 stamina. Try to not break this again. Thank you. Okay. All the mist is dealt with. The rest will go away soon. I'll spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'm going to do a re-equip. Tag out the respirator, bring back the Doom Break. Okay. Goes to Zeke. Zeke will heal for 2 thanks to regeneration. Go to full stamina, spend 1 to transform out back into normal. Well, actually, before I do that, I will do like the shadows to here. Okay. And then I will transfer back, then move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'll go ahead and use the opportunity to get intervention back on Remy. And then technically this will be when we get urgency, but I'm not playing with urgency, and I never will go back to it. All right, Miasma's gone. Vents are closed. We're down a rook, and we still have the rest of this to deal with. Goes to Jazara. Jazara will go to full stamina and then just hang out. All right, Remy. Heals for 1. All right. Before my turn starts, I will Doom Break. And then we'll get the rest of the stamina. All right. I'm going to attempt to jump across. I succeed. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Blue totem. Holy crap. If you travel to this encounter from the money bin, read A, otherwise read B. We did come from the money bin, I believe, because of raisins. Oop. Ugh. It's been a while, so I'm just trying to review that. Actually, I can look. It's one of the later ones, isn't it? Yes, we did come from the money bin. Yeah, it was on the back of the book. Okay. You approach the small miasma-filled cave, not knowing what you may find. As you get closer, you see a familiar glow. It's the... can't pronounce it. Izoff? With nowhere else to go, it stands up ready to finish the fight. Spawn Izoff and Ozzy with 150 damage on them in the space the totem occupies. If the lore bear would be defeated, you read the green objective. Okay. They're back. So it spawns on the blue objective. Oh yeah, this thing's a big boy. It's going to have 150 damage out of its 200 health left. Okay. All right. And then hulking, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is going to be on the combatant. On its combatant card, yes. Those are all fine. Okay. Got it. Alright, so I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to here. And this gives me flanking. Let's just make sure I did this right. Spawns in the space the startup occupies, yes. Okay. And then what's his gimmick? Hulking, Colossal, Immunity to Darkness, and Sedate. Ignores LOS effects while occupying a space with a Miasma token, which I got rid of all of it, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay. It doesn't have anything for countering, and it doesn't spawn anything yet, and I'm still going with my turn. So let's go to town. False Idol. So +1, I'll be at +1, -1 for this because of flanking. This guy has a whopping 14 defense. 15. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 damage right off the start. Okay, next I will Blade Works. Do I want to just let it miss? Kind of don't want that. I'll intervention. So 11, 12, 13 because of flanking and the dagger. Masterworker makes it 14. So I hit, and then I'll do 3, 4, 5 damage. Okay. And then I can spend 3 stamina to attack with Onslaught. This will be at +3 now. Okay, 18. So it'll be 4, 7, 9, 13, 16. And then it follows up. Now I'm at +4 to my attack. 15, so 1, 4, 8. And one more follow-up. Sorry, this should be at 4 now. So +5 to this. This is 20. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Uh, 16 damage. That's enough to kill. So it kills it. If would be defeated, read a green objective. Green objective. As you're about to land the killing blow to the lower bear, the whimsy catches your eye. It almost looks as if it's shackled to the lower bear and not just part of the bear itself. You need to make a choice. Strike down the lower bear while you can, which you read A, or you can try to separate the whimsy from the lower bear, read B. So we already know from lore-wise that this thing is just going to get worse, but we're going to go ahead and do it. So we'll go with B. Unsure if you're making the right decision, you strike the cord tethering the whimsy to the lower bear. Both scream out in pain and the whimsy falls to the ground. Its glow starts to fade while the lower bear it has gone mad. It has started foaming at the mouth and is in a frenzy. Read the special encounter rule, the Chalice Bearer. Reveal small and hidden cards, PB11. Which I believe is replace it with Ezoth, the Lure Bear combatant card. Which will be this guy. Okay, anything else I need to note? And then you replace him with that initiative card, which I don't think matters. Do I have his initiative card? Yes, I do. He's off the Unbound. Okay. Okay. All tokens that were on Ezoth the Lure Bear don't carry over. That's fine, because he would have died immediately. Item cards on Ezoth are transferred over, which he hasn't stolen anything yet. Remove Ezoth from the board and place the yellow objective token in a space adjacent to Ezoth. Oh, sorry, remove Ozir, which Ozir wasn't on the board to begin with, so we don't need to worry about that. Place the yellow objective token in a space adjacent to Ezoth. So we get a yellow objective token. I don't know what that will do for us. Yellow objective, it just says only read when told. And then once Ezoth is defeated, you may read the yellow objective. Got it. And you know what? We'll just put it where it was, just so I don't have to worry about it. Okay. So my turn still continues. And we haven't really checked anything else about this. Come a little closer. Despair and solitude. When a lure bear loses its whimsy, the transformation is immediate and drastic, no longer able to rely on its symbiotic partner to lure in unsuspecting prey. The bear is forced to adapt or perish. Those who have witnessed such a creature in the wild describe a sight both pitiful and terrifying. Stripped of its primary hunting strategy, the severed bear becomes a creature of desperation and rage. Its once lethargic demeanor gives way to manic energy as it searches for sustenance. Bound lure bears radiate the same bioluminescence as the whimsies, though they're typically a dull shade that's easy to miss in the dark. No longer for the unbound, these beings become vibrant crimson torches, almost blinding to behold. Explorers who have encountered unbound bears report that the creatures become far more aggressive, lashing out at anything that moves. The loss of the whimsy seems to have a profound psychological impact on the bear, causing it to behave erratically and unpredictably. These bears no longer choose their targets carefully, attacking only those that seem within their strength to overcome. Nothing is too large or dangerous for them now. No group of humans too threatening. A glowing red lure bear cannot be discouraged by making loud noises or seeming dangerous. Once they've seen you, the creature will not stop until it is slain. The bond between a lure bear and its whimsy is more complex than many realize. Wherever a whimsy might be, it isn't just a strangely glowing limb. The whimsy is a partner, one that would otherwise remain with a bear for life. Once this bond is severed, the bear is not just physically weakened. Somehow the monstrous predator is also emotionally and mentally scarred. Despite their weakened state, unbound bears remain a formidable threat. Their newfound aggression, combined with still considerable physical strength, makes them dangerous to all but the largest expeditions. Many an overconfident explorer has met their end at the claws of an unbound lure bear. If there is a single mercy in their nature, it is the powerful glow they produce. Use this signal well and avoid any tunnel or cavern that has become a host to such a dangerous predator. In their grief, there is no enemy too dangerous to fight. Only in stealth can you avoid a deadly encounter with one of these pitiful bears. Shayless Arson, Musings and Monsters. Okie dokie. So yeah, it has 6 armor, 4 movement, 14 defense, 150 health. The book shield combo is 2 physical, burst is 2 physical. Green, gray, and empower for combat dice. It's hulking, colossal, immunity to darkness and sedate. Ignores LOS effect of obscuring tokens and added effects of miasma tokens. When it leaps, if an opponent is displaced, and a shield is rolled when dealing damage, inflict paralyze at force 13. If it's defeated, any item cards on it are returned to the adventurers who placed them. And then he has a bunch of stuff going on here. Okie dokie. So our turn continues. Now here's something I want to check. Every attack you hit with after the first. Okay, so my bonuses still carry over as long as I keep going. I'm going to go ahead and I think at this point I am going to go ahead and Hangover Elixir and use that to activate Onslaught again. And let's hope it's enough. So I'm currently at... I attacked... Yeah, I've hit 5 times, so I'm at +6 now on my attack. And we're just going to try to hit it as hard as we can while we still can. So here it goes. So I believe I can't even miss now. Yeah, it's 11 plus 6 is 17, so I hit for 3, 6, 12 damage. I bypass armor because of the flanking and follow through. Alright, attack again. Now we're at +7. Alright, so 21, so it's going to be 7, 10, 12, 14, 21 damage. And then last follow-up at +8. God, these dice rolls suck. 20. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. 11 plus 8 is 19. But we still took a third of its life away. Just wish we had rolled a lot better. Alright, I could get myself some stamina and all that good stuff, but I think I'm good with what we have, just in case. So, goes to ease off the Unbound. As far as I know, there's no other ease offs in here. Just that one. Okay, so it only has one initiative card. Okay, does it have 120 damage or more? No. Is there an opponent adjacent? It gains courage. Then it makes an attack against all opponents within reach 2, and then continues down. I may need to look up Leap, but I'll probably do that in a bit. In fact, let me go ahead and take a break real quick. Okay. Alright, so it's going to attack. I'll dodge. Fortunately, this wears off. Alright, so I'm going to dodge. I'm not in hindering. And I only get +1 to this, so I'm only 16 defense. Okay. Attack misses. I do get to counter, so I will. Also, it means it lost courage. Okay, I have +1 of this because of flanking, so that's 19 versus 14, so 5, 8, 9, 10, 13, 17, 18 damage. Alright, so this does something, and then it's going to continue down. Actually, it might make another attack. Yes, because it's going to be off that tile. Zeke, go ahead and just dodge, I guess. Alright, 15. So make an attack on you. Attack misses. Technically I can counter for 1 stamina, so I will. This will be at -1. You don't have like nimble or anything stupid, right? So yeah, I think he was able to attack because he has Colossal and Hulking, which means I believe he ignores all line of sight nonsense. So I'll just attack back with my reach 2. Did you? 13? I almost hit, but I still didn't. But that's okay. Alright. So it continues down. Can it leap 4 spaces to a space an opponent occupies? The answer is actually no. I did look up leap. It is in straight lines orthogonally. And I am in a diagonal. So it kind of just sits there. This is such a weird AI setup. Yeah. So, and then it continues down. Is there an opponent within range 6? And ease off has an item. And the answer is no. It didn't get any items earlier. And I double checked, and there doesn't seem to be a way for it to get items, because obviously it doesn't have Azir anymore, who I believe is the one that steals the items. No, actually it's on this thing. Yeah, it doesn't have anything that actually steals items anymore. So that's it. That's all it does. I mean, granted, you probably shouldn't expect this thing to be much stronger than what it already is, because this is not even the main boss. This is not Pit Boss. This is just a mini-boss that we decided to fight. Goes to Zeke. Zeke is going to get 4 stamina for haste. You're also not immune to Condemn, so I guess I can do that first. Been a while since we used this. Equal to the number of dice rolled on both of their conviction dice. Green, red. So take 16. And now you're condemned. Okay, one down. I'll go ahead and you're immune to poison, aren't you? Darkness and sedate. Okay, never mind. In that case, I will spend 2 to go ahead and do poison on this jerk. Okay, did not lose the sickle. All right, and then I will go ahead and intervention Remy. Actually, I'll intervention Nightingale. Anything else I can do? I could technically attack here, but I don't think there's really any point in it. I could also do summons at this point, but I don't... I guess summons could be done. Sure. We'll go ahead and spend my 2 energy charges and summon the spirits. We'll do something like that for now. Actually, we'll just do that and focus on spells. You don't have protection, do you? You do not. Okay, and that's now used. Okay, I think I'm good to go. Sure, go and give yourself courage with Chalice. Okay, so now it goes to... Actually, sorry, I have a better idea. I'm going to go ahead and give haste to one of the spirits. Okay, so he's going to get a stamina. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go ahead and do Morning Remnant. And try not to kill myself. So red, black. 12. Okay. Then I'll spend another stamina. Cast again, because it's not exhaust. 16. Okay, so it's now wilted. Not going to do anything else with that one. It goes to the other spirits. I'll spend 2 and do euthanasia. Uh, 15. Okay, so this is going to do 6 magic. It is already wilted, so it's going to get condemned. It's already condemned, so I get to roll the black die. And it dies. Zeke, you did it. That was amazing. I mean, we still had Nightingale to kind of carry us home. With it being colossal, I can ignore my allies and shoot it, and then just I have I would not be able to entirely pierce its armor, but it'll be enough for me to just kind of just shred it. But yeah, so this thing dies. Also, I'm just checking one thing here. Green objective. Okay, so yeah, I don't think I would be defeated, but I didn't get defeated. Alright. Is defeated, you may read the yellow objective. Okay. Yellow objective. You approach the Whimsy. Its once bright glow is now dull, but the small creature seems to be at peace. While you don't know anything about Whimsy anatomy, it's clearly dying. It reaches out and hands you its golden chalice. Reveal small, medium, and large hitting cards PB12 to access the Lure Bear and Whimsy Initiative Monster Loot and combative cards and gain Revelation Chalice. Oh, it's monster loot, I'm guessing. Yep. Revelation Chalice. When spawning any number of intelligent combatants, if you draw a combatant card with the alternate or variation tag, you may choose to keep it or draw a new card. This can happen once per spawning instruction, which is kind of nice. Exhaust. When a combatant loot card is drawn, draw 2 and choose one to keep. The other is placed on the bottom of the combatant loot deck. This could potentially put your... if you draw 2 loot cards, it could put one of them on... Or 2 item cards, it could put one of them on the bottom of the deck. But in most cases, this is essentially a win. And it's a material, of course. And what is the other thing? Reveal small and medium large hitting card PB12 to access Lure Bear and Whimsy Initiative. And all that nonsense. So I'm guessing it's just... Okay, yeah, it's just new monsters. So yeah, we have access to the Lure Bears now. So we got access to their normal stuff, which I don't know when and how they get replaced, if at all. So I'm not sure how that exactly works. All right. So the mimicry is essentially... Okay, so the way it works is Mimicry, our special tracker token. When placing random loot tokens in encounters, shuffle the Mimicry loot token with the other random loot tokens. If the Mimicry loot token is revealed, draw an unused random loot token and place it in the space the Mimicry loot token occupied, then spawn an intelligent combatant with the Mimicry tag in an unoccupied adjacent space to the loot token just placed. You are limited to revealing one Mimicry token per encounter. If you reveal a Mimicry loot token and have already spawned a Mimicry tag combatant in this encounter, resolve the newly placed loot token instead. So essentially what this means is from now on, anytime we draw a random loot token, we have to add in the Mimicry token, and if we draw it, we end up fighting, in this case, a Lure Bear. If we had any other Mimicry cards, we would also include those. So, yeah, we have now access to new enemies, for what it's worth. There's even the epic versions, which I'm not going to even bother adding right now. Did I draw the Lure Bear somewhere else? There it is. So we do have a rare version that we can mess around with. And it has its own story stuff. So if we end up encountering it, we can mess around with it. Okay, cool. Now, one thing to also note about mimicry cards is they give pretty fancy loot. When you defeat, when you defeat a mimicry combatant, you draw a random wandering item instead of the standard loot. It looks like. If there are no wandering items available, you'll get 2 random consumables matching the current loot level instead. So, really nice. So yeah, this could get us some progress on getting through all the rest of our wandering cards, which I do appreciate that there's something that will guarantee get you some wandering cards, because you kind of need them. Anyway, we need to keep reading. Initiative, monster, loot, and... Oh yeah, I guess we need to add the monster loot if there is any, but I don't think there is any. Oop, didn't mean to do that. So this is Abyssal Atlet consumable, which is not anything we need to worry about. I guess it's technically a monster loot, so I'll put it in here. Yeah, and I don't. And this is just a Loon Bear relic. Okay. So PB12 to access Lure Bear and Whimsy Initiative, Monster Loot, and combatant cards, and gain Revelation Chalice. Got it. Which the Chalice is also a Lure Bear loot. Okay, it is PV12, so this does get added in. That's not a problem. Okay, if an adventurer has the whimsical life-saving potion, they may remove it from the game to continue reading, otherwise read blue objective. So this is a little annoying. So we technically have it, but it's in our stash. And as far as I know, if it's in your stash, it's not. It has to be an adventurer that has it. This is probably one of the few times where the rules for the stash kind of bite you in the butt. Because the person that looted it had no space, and so they had to put it in the stash. Because the only option is either you put it in the stash or you discard it. And obviously, I don't want to discard an item because I just got it, but I can't actually use it, which is unfortunate. So yeah, unfortunately, what's going to end up happening is the poor thing's going to die. So we'll go to blue objective. As the Whimsy takes its last breath, it points to the east towards the murky green water. After taking a second look, you see the outline of a doorway hidden behind a wall of roots that had come down from the ceiling. Place the white exit token on the east edge of the board in a water terrain space. And that's pretty much it. Yep. And there's a red objective that we didn't get to read, and that's because of the... Yeah. That's pretty much it. Okay. So yeah, that is everything. So yeah, it said east exit. There's going to be an exit on the east side here that we can go to. And for the most part, I don't think there's anything else we can do besides just let ourselves regenerate, which I'm going to. So as for the chalice, we do have space for it? Question mark. Oh, actually, I can't. So I did make a mistake. Yes, I did make a mistake. I'm just going to discard these bombs, and I'll fix its problem. When I moved the potions into my consumable slots, this thing only gives me benefits if it's a potion, alcohol, drug, and so it ended up being something like that. So what I can do, though, is I can move that over, Move this over, put this here. And that'll be good to go. And as mentioned, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just have everyone get their stuff. I can purge the disease and then reapply the intervention. Rook is dead. I'm going to go ahead and heal Nightingale to full with a heal token. I don't think I have a way of healing other people. If there is, I'm not going to look it up. Okay, so yeah, so as always, I'm going to take advantage of the lack of urgency and go with this. As far as I can tell, there was, I think it does have Avarice 1, so I do get 2 loot cards, so let's go ahead and take care of those. Also, I'm pretty sure this draw thing shuffles every time, so I may have to start drawing things manually if I start using the chalice. But I'm not going to worry about this time because I don't have any items I need to draw. 5, 8, 1. But yeah, as I said about the stash, like the idea of the stash is, of course, you don't ever want to be, the designers definitely recognize they don't want the players to be in a situation where they get loot from a treasure box and have to discard it. Like that just sucks. So they obviously have the stash, but at the same time, they don't want people to just have an infinite, bag of holding to grab whatever the hell they want. But this is a situation where it kind of bites you in the butt because you're like, all right, I don't have room for this, so I'll put this in the stash. And then it's like, oh, well, if it's in your stash, you can't actually use it for the story bit. That was kind of cool. It's not the end of the world. The item we missed is essentially something we could potentially get as part of a monster loot, so it's not like we missed it forever. So, it is what it is. Anyway, with all that said and done, like I said, I'm going to we'll stick around, let the regeneration heal you to full. You're good to go. You're healed with a heal token. Got our interventions active. Jazara is going to recover some health upon the next session. And, we can give interventions to both spirits. Like so. All right, and then we can eventually go through the exit. Sorry for the extremely long session. It was obviously me trying to get back to the swing of things, but as you can tell, there was just a lot of things to juggle. I believe the next one is going to be the final one. So we go through the exits. The reward is to nothing, and then it goes to the Idlum City, page 30. Just going to check a few things here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tag in the respirator before we go through. I think that's going to be the best call. I think I'm curious about one other thing. Because I believe the Esper does stay out even when the Summoner is taken out. But I always double check it. Yes. Yep, still continues. Okay. Okay. So Rook's going to come back at half health. You're going to get back to health, and that will be it. Okay. So page 30. So this is Tier 5, the Idlum City. Brushing aside the dense curtain of roots, a corridor of stunning grandeur reveals itself. Its walls, ceiling, and floor are entirely encrusted with in the iridescent glow of Idlum. 4 Atlet priests stand sentinel on the steps, their eyes smoldering with resentment, yet they seem frozen in place, evidently bound by orders. Beyond lies the throne room, where a staggering mound of raw Idlum glistens. Atop it sits the pit boss, ruling atop a throne made of from Idlum. The pit boss dwarfs even the largest atlet you've encountered in the mine, radiating an aura of formidable confidence. By his side, an atlet overseer lingers, perhaps a second in command. The pit boss meets your eyes, a chilling smile unfurling on his face as the overseer whispers in his ear. Then the unexpected happens. The abyssal-sized atlet raises his hand and beckons you forward. And this is where you have to defeat the pit boss to win, and that will, of course, get us our experience point and finish up the bounty. We will be revealing, of course, the pit boss, which I'll do next time. There's a special rule for the overseer that's by its side, which will have additional HP. And there's some rules about boss's orders, which just says read when instructed. There's a bunch of objectives that aren't stuff we don't need to worry about. And that is pretty much it. All right. So yeah, if I did make any mistakes, feel free to point them out. At this point, I'm just gonna power through. There was just so much we had to keep track of, so I apologize if I did make a mistake. It is unfortunate that Rook took a death there. We did lose a lot of heal tokens because of that. And just before the boss fight too, which really sucks. But we did defeat the lure bear, which is fantastic. And yeah, it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I am the Depressed Eeyore. This was Middara Unintentional Malum Act 1 on Tabletop Simulator, doing the 3 skull bounty of the pit boss. See you guys next time.